Hey everyone! Well, we're here, we're back, and today we're doing another anti-MLM video, and the MLM we'll be talking about today is Beachbody. Today's video is all about the action hour or power hour, whatever they want to call it, which is essentially taking 1 hour out of your day to send the "Hey girl" message to friends, family, and strangers online. It really focuses on section 2 of their Success Club tracker, which is their Connect, Invite, Follow-up section, which supposedly should take an hour and 40 minutes, so that's longer than an hour. And it's where you initiate connections and add followers, do a social media post that showcase the benefits of your healthy lifestyle or has a call to action, update your Instagram or Facebook story throughout the day, about 3 minutes to create each post, and it looks like you have to post 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 posts minimum a day. We know that you probably should post more. Respond to all new likes, comments, or views, and you apparently spend 25 minutes doing that. Invite people, at least 5, to join a challenge group or learn about coaching. And finally, follow up with people you've invited. So that's people who have not responded back or maybe did respond but didn't really give you a direct answer. So you're really trying to get them to respond to you back. AKA, all of this section just means recruitment. And the host of our video is actually going to be a Beachbody top coach. I have seen her in 3 years straight in the Success Club top 10 Beachbody, whatever they call them. Probably, if my hypothesis is correct, the way that Beachbody works is when you're in the top 10, you seem to be in the top 10 forever. So once you kind of get there, you stay there. So more than likely, she will reach top 10 for 2021, therefore being in the top 10 of Beachbody for the last 4 years. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you really, really like it, please subscribe. Make sure to check out my description for all of my fun links. Links to my Poshmark, Patreon, social medias, anti-MLM playlists are always linked below. And with all of that said, let's get started.
Before I introduce our speaker, let me just say a few things about her. She has been in the top 10 of elite coaches 4 times in a row, okay? She's a 5-time elite coach. She's a superstar diamond coach 2. That means she has 15 diamonds in one of her coach business centers, and she has 15 diamonds in another one of her coach business centers.
And what that means is she has a bunch of people underneath her. It doesn't mean she sold a lot of the product. I mean, I guess she has sold the product to people who have also joined the business, but she has sold a lot of the product to people underneath her, therefore creating quite a large downline.
Sure, she has diamonds in other business centers. When you get to 2-star in this business, you're able to open another coaching business. So she's a superstar diamond 2, superstar diamond coach 2, whatever. She's also a member of our coach advisory board, which is our board of 8 coaches who speak on your behalf. She's also a Success Star All-Star legend 80 months in a row. Now, here's the best part of it all. I quickly asked her to jump on the call this morning, and she was on vacation. So I had her film her segment. And
okay. Normally when you ask someone to do something and they say they are on vacation, in a normal circumstance, the individual would say, "Oh my God, have a great time. We can reconvene when you get back from vacation." But in an MLM, they love to film when they're on vacation to prove you really can work from anywhere, because it really means you should work from anywhere.
But here we go. I'm going to share, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my goodness, I am so excited to be here with you guys today, because today I get to share the action hour I have done every single day that has helped me to build my dream business and to do so in a very simple, duplicatable way. So to preface this call, this national wake-up call is going to be different than a lot of the calls you've seen in the past. And I'm really excited because I actually get to complete this action hour with you. I'm just compressing it into 20 minutes. So if you're watching live, take notes and then go rock your own action hour later today. And if you're watching the recording, feel free to press pause, set your timer, and complete each section with me. So first thing you need to do is take out your daily activity tracker or pull out the digital success club tracker either on your phone or your computer. If you've never used the digital tracker, you can sign into your coach office, click grow my business, and then daily activity tracker. And even if you're using the pen and paper one, you should make sure to check off the actions at the end of every action hour you do in the digital version so you can be entered into the Take Action Challenge to win all the insane prizes Beachbody is giving away over the next few weeks. So today, we're really going to...
So I guess Beachbody was doing a giveaway that if you completed the tracker, and I remember, I think we did another one of these. I think it's when I did my, this is behind the scenes of the Hey Girl or whatever I named the video. And they did say, like, if you mark down every day and you do this for X amount of days, then, you're entered into a giveaway or something like that. And I'm like, well, how do they know? Like, how do they know that you achieve this stuff every day? Because you could just check it off and say that you did it. Are they really going to follow through? But at the same time, I've seen plenty of MLMs or people on MLMs do this giveaway thing or say they're doing a giveaway, and then you never see them announce the winners. So I'm not saying that Beachbody, the company itself, isn't doing that because I think that they have to. And more than likely, they probably just give you, like, I don't know, some sort of product or a call with someone. I don't know. But you just never see them actually announce the winners. So I don't know if I believe that they're actually following through with these promises and they're dangling these treats always in front of people, but they're never actually giving them the treat at the end.
I'm going to be focusing on this second section.
Also, something I think I say in a lot of Beachbody videos, because we always talk about the Success Club Tracker because they mention the Success Club Tracker a lot. And of course, the longest section of that tracker is talking to people. And yes, it is a sales job, so you should do that. But we all know that it's not to get people to buy the products. It's to get people to sign up for Beachbody.
This is the connect, invite, follow-up section. And in general, I start my day with my workout, my shake, my personal development, and that's also when I write my social media posts for the day. So those sections are checked off early for me, and then I dive into this 1 hour action hour. This section is truly what I call my income producing activities that I make sure to get done every single day. Now, to make sure that we have our most efficient action hour, I suggest a little prep work. And I do this every single Sunday to prepare for the week ahead. So first, we're gonna create our invite list. I encourage all my coaches to start with a list of 100 people. So this...
We've heard this. How many of you honestly know 100 people that you would want to invite? And I get that their whole thing is like, well, maybe you haven't talked to them in a while, so, it's going to be okay, and you'll want to, talk to them a little bit and connect and reconnect with them. But you have an agenda in mind. You're not reconnecting with them because you're like, oh my God, I haven't talked to you in 6 years. We used to be best friends, or, remember when we worked at our old job together and we would do this and this and this. That's great if that's all it was, but it's not, because there is money on the line. It's, I really hope this person will join my team, or I really hope, they will buy from me, aka resulting in them joining my team later. it's like, I think I have seen, because I've talked about Beachbody a handful of times on my channel, and we have talked about this 100 list. And I think in the times that I've seen the comments, I think 2 people have told me that they know 100 people because of the job that they have, but they would never want to recruit them or sell to them. So again, you may know 100 people, but do you really want that, like, to be a salesperson to them? Like, do you really want to do that? No. And I think they do 100 because they know that 100 people are not going to sign up and join underneath them. But it's a more than likely maybe 5%, maybe 5 people of the 100 will sign up. And I mean, that's a good start, and it, tricks your mind into thinking that you can do this, and, maybe 5 more people will sign up, and all you have to do is get them to get 5 people, then them to get 5 people, and then them to get 5 people, and so on and so forth.
This includes friends, family, followers, either on Instagram or on Facebook, that you've already connected with in the past. This is your hot list and people who absolutely know and trust you already. Now, Beachbody has the memory jogger you can use to help create this list of 100. For me, I simply open up my Facebook friends list, sort it in alphabetical order, and start going down the list. At the same time, I'm also creating a second list, and this is my connection list. So where am I putting these lists? I'm putting them in here. As I'm going through my Facebook friends list, I am categorizing my friends. They're either going on my invite list or they're going on my connection list if it's someone I've not engaged with in a while. I want to make sure I'm connecting with them prior to inviting.
Right, but you still have an agenda. It's not a true connection if your end result of speaking to them is going to be like, hey, by the way. It's like you're talking to someone, you're like, oh my God, I haven't talked to them in so long. Honestly, I would rather a friend, like an old acquaintance, whatever it may be, straight up be like, look, I have this business opportunity, I started this business, whatever they want to pretend, and tell me straight up, like, I'd love for you to join me, or would you be willing to check it out? Instead of me wasting my time sitting there, going back and forth with them, reminiscing, chatting, having a good conversation, and then them dropping that on me. Because I feel really let down and really hurt, honestly. So I'd rather just go out and be like, hey, I know we haven't talked in a while. I'm just letting you know that I have this opportunity, blah, 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 blah. Because that is more real than pretending to care about their life. Because realistically, you don't care. You're only making a connection in the hopes of profiting off of them. And I hate that.
So along with my invite list, I'm making a list of 100 new people to connect with each week. Okay, it's Monday. You've done the...
Did she say she's creating a new list of 100 people each week? Hold on, sorry.
So along with my invite list, I'm making a list of 100 new people to connect with each week.
How do you find these people? I guess social media, and this is where people get the random messages. Like, 100 new people a week? You're supposed to contact 400 people, new people a month? And that's not even counting the follow-ups? Maybe it is counting the follow-ups. Okay, fine, we'll cut it in half. Like, we'll cut it into thirds. 300 people that you are contacting a month. And then it adds up each month because maybe, certain people are... The conversations that you have to keep up with has to be exhausting. And this is just so unrealistic. How you could hear this, like, let's say I genuinely wanted to join Beachbody, and I was watching this girl who is in the top of Beachbody. Like, I'm like, clearly she knows what she's doing. So I'm going to sit here and I'm going to watch this video. And she's telling me to reach out to 100 people a week. I'd be like, I can't do that. And then I would tell maybe my upline, and they're like, no, you can. There's plenty of people out in the world. And it's like, that's so unauthentic.
Okay, it's Monday. You've done the prep work. You have your daily activity tracker. You have your invite list, your connection list. And you should also have your follow-up list. Now, my follow-up list comes directly from the people I invited the previous week. So if we're looking at, this is my very first notebook, and I still do things very similarly, but here is like my very first, one of my first groups, okay? And so what I did, this was my invite list. This is, hey, here is my Facebook friends list. I'm going through, I'm writing all their names down. Every day, I'm inviting at least 10 of them. When I invite them, I add the date that I've invited them. Now, this then turns into a follow-up list as well. If that person comes back and says yes, and they purchase their challenge pack, I'll highlight them in green. If they say not right now, I'm going to highlight them in yellow, and I'm actually going to move them over to the next month. So this was February challenge group, and I would move them to my March challenge group list. So again, you're gonna have this invite list, which will also serve as your follow-up list. All right, we've got our list. We've got our Success Club tracker. Now, I start every action hour with Energize, music, and a timer. Guys, it's so important to get your state right. I want my energy up. I want to be thinking about the lives that I get to change. If you are sitting back and thinking, I don't like inviting, you've got to flip that state and say, whose life can I change today? And from there, that's where you want to invite. Now, I start my action hour with a 15-minute segment of invites. Now, 15 minutes might not sound like a long time to invite, but when you've got your strong invite list, I'm going to go down it. And
it may not sound long, but when you are copy and pasting the same message and maybe changing up the names, if you remember, that's enough time.
Invite the first 10 people on this list. I love voice memos and video invites. So I do all of my invites on my phone. When you're doing voice memos or video invites, your energy is palpable and people are less likely to think they're getting a scripted invite when you truly speak directly to them. And remember, we're at that high energy state. They're gonna feel that and they're gonna want to be part of what you have.
I don't know, because one, I do think getting voice memos or a video from a stranger is definitely odd. And, to say like, oh, if you do it in a voice memo form, it sounds more authentic and less scripted, because my guess is that it's still scripted. But have you ever called a place and you hear their customer service voice and you're like, well, that's fake. They sound happy and peppy, but that's fake. Whether it's in video form, voice memo form, or text message form, it's all going to come off as fake and salesy.
So here's an example of one of my invites. Remember, we've already connected with these people. Hey Amanda, thank you so much for the advice. Seriously, raising kids takes a village. I'm sure you've seen that I run mom wellness communities. We focus on our health and fitness and just connect over mom life stuff. It'd be so fun to continue connecting and getting to know you and your littles more. Would you want more info? That's it. Short, sweet, simple, voice memo or video message.
Yes, that did not sound fake or salesy whatsoever.
And I send it. I do that 10 times with that initial section that thanks so much for your advice. Seriously, raising kids takes a village.
So it is fake. So you do a voice memo or a video 10 times saying the same thing, but you're just editing it to fit the person that you're talking to. Now, what if the person you are trying to recruit, because it doesn't matter who you recruit, you don't care if it's someone with kids or without kids, doesn't have kids, and you still sent that to them, and then the person's like, but I don't have children. I mean, I assume that raising children takes a village. I feel like I've heard that saying before. I don't quite... have I heard that saying before? Is that a saying? It probably is.
That sentence is going to connect back to what we had been connecting with. And then I go into the invite. So once I finish those 10 invites, I'm moving on to follow-ups. I follow up with the people I'd invited 2 to 3 days prior, but hadn't heard back from. Or those who had said, yes, I'm interested, but had yet to sign up. Once again, Set your timer for 15 minutes. So here's one of my favorite follow-up messages. Hey Amanda, I know we were talking about you joining my mom wellness community, so I wanted to follow up. We actually kick off this Monday, and I have a couple people in line behind you hoping to get in the group. Were you still interested in joining? I've got your spot saved, but if not, no problem. Just let me know so I can pass the spot on and we can find a time that works better for you.
That's so fake. And this whole, I have a spot saved for you, it's to create FOMO. It's to create that she specifically cares about you and saved a spot for you personally. There's no such thing as spots in Beachbody. If all 100 people said they were willing to buy a challenge pack and sign up, she wouldn't say no to any of them. And to say, I have a spot lined up for you, I have people waiting in line for that spot. You know, I mean, I guess I gotta give it to her. It is smart, but it's fake.
I love this follow-up message because it creates urgency.
Yeah, fake urgency. Like, it's not real. And I think that's not okay. But, I mean, I guess anything to get a sale. But it's like, I guess maybe it wouldn't be that bad if the idea wasn't, like, if it really was to just, like, get sales, I guess, and not to get recruitments.
Saying I want to see when I sign into my messenger is me messaging someone a million times with absolutely zero response from them. If they say no, awesome, at least you have an answer. And from there, you can set a follow-up date for the future. So my follow-up message usually sounds something like, awesome, I know things are super busy as we head into summer. Would next month work better for you? I'd love to get to work together and serve you in a time that feels right. So once they give you that follow-up date and the yes, sounds great, you then move them to that next month follow-up list. And again, I'm really utilizing pen and paper to do all of this. So I'm moving them from one list to the next. If they are saying, no, not right now, that's when I highlight them in yellow and make it very clear when I go back to do follow-ups later that I've already moved them over. Again, making this work super, super organized and fast is what is going to allow you to do income-producing activities and really move your business forward in just 1 hour a day. Now, another quick tip is do not engage back with people until you complete your action hour. So what does that mean? So we just spent the first 30 minutes inviting and following up, 15 minutes per section. So say I got 2 invites out and the second person I invited started talking to me again. Now, from there, I used to say, oh my gosh, like yay, and we'd go into goals and we'd start really chatting so I could get them set up. Now that's amazing, right? Except I'd get to the end of an hour and I will have only sent 2 invites because I was chatting back and forth with them. It's really important that you stay focused on the task at hand. You're gonna send out your 10 invites.
Wow. It's more important to get the invites out to multiple people than it is to focus on one customer who's potentially genuinely interested. Why would you not focus on that person? It really is the what is the right word? What am I looking for? It's really quantity over quality in MLMs. If someone is reaching out to you, and here's the thing is that good customer service, because still, no matter what, they are in customer service. Sales, customer service, really any job ultimately is customer service. If you're speaking to a customer at any point of any time, it is customer service. The best way to give proper, best customer service is to talk to that person immediately, make them feel that you are attentive to their needs, you are listening to them, and you are answering all their questions in a proper, concise, quick, all of those words time. So if someone messages you and you see that they want to speak to you and they want more information, you are being told, ignore them and make sure to get out more invites. You can do that later. You know, maybe those 8 invites that you need to send, or 20 or 30 invites that you need to send to other people, maybe none of them get back to you. And that could take you 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, who knows. And that original person who talked to you and wanted more is like, well, I mean, I'm no longer interested. Like, you clearly, I see you're online, but yet you're not responding to me. And yes, you can look like you're online, but you're not actually online. I am aware. But I think a lot of you can agree that customer service, the best way to engage and to give proper customer service is to respond when you can. If you are there and you are seeing that they are interested, respond to those people. But nope, quantity over quality.
Send out your 10 follow-ups. And if you have extra time in that 30 minutes, or really at the end of your action hour, then you can go back and start engaging with the people who messaged you back. Again, the importance of working from a list. Go through, message each of your 10 people for each section, and then you can go back. Now, before we go back and start those conversations, the next part of our action hour is going to be connecting, right? We've invited, we followed up, now we have to connect. I actually give myself 20 minutes for 10 connections. So pull out your connections list and connect with the first 10 people on this list. Guys, don't pick and choose. You never know who you can serve. Some of the people that I was most skeptical and really most scared to invite have become my best customers and some of my top coaches. So what does a connection look like? How are we connecting with people? So my connections look like commenting or liking a photo, and I always add a question in the comment to them. So just this morning, one of my friends was she just got back from a trip. And so I commented and said, oh my gosh, I am so excited to start traveling again. Where did you guys go? How was the travel? It looks incredible. Then, not only leaving it there, right? I'm not just commenting, but I'm gonna send a private message, something super similar. Hey, I know it's been a while since we last chatted, but I saw you guys are traveling again and we're preparing to start summer travel as well. How was it? I'm nervous, but excited, and your trip looked amazing. Guys, everyone wants to talk about their trips or their kids. You don't have to connect over what are your health and fitness goals. Connect over life.
Yes, but at least health and fitness is what again, this is where it is so unauthentic. It is so fake and it is so wrong because you have an agenda. I know I keep saying this, but it's just, you create, whether it's with a stranger or not, maybe you think you're connecting with someone and you genuinely think they are being nice to you and they want to get to know you and they want to be a friend. You're like, this person's so nice. Like, they want to hear about me and my life and they just want to chat. And sometimes people just need that in their life. And then, maybe 3 days later or within the same day, more than likely, they drop by the way, I have my own business or I have a health and wellness group. And you're like, let down. I don't know. It just really is so unauthentic and I don't like it. I don't think any of us like it because you have a purpose of reaching out to these people and you don't know who you're talking to. And then even if you are just getting to know these people, let's say it's a stranger or someone that is just an acquaintance. And then to be like, oh, by the way, I have a health and fitness group. And it's like, well, are you trying to say like I need health and fitness because that's something that I wasn't thinking I needed, nor did I want, or do I want other people basically telling me that I need it? It's just so wrong. And you see a lot of times that they will say like everyone could lose 15 pounds. It's like, no, everyone, if they want to lose 15 pounds, they should do that on their own. They should not have a stranger, an old acquaintance, an old friend, anyone besides themselves or maybe a health professional or a family member who is concerned about them, telling them they need to lose weight. That's the only reason. To have a stranger reach out to you and tell you you should lose weight is extremely damaging to somebody's mental and probably physical health. It's just wrong.
Be real people. Form that relationship so that then whatever it was you just connected on, you can go back and plug into that invite message that we talked about just a few minutes ago.
Oh, so more fakeness. So using what they say and then using potentially a copy and paste message and then just filling in the blanks. It's like a Mad Lib. How fun.
Right? So for this example, we're talking about traveling. So hey, thank you so much for all the travel advice. I can't wait to start traveling with my kids.
So then you're not even listening. You are not genuinely taking the advice. You're not listening. Everything is planned to create or to hopefully get this person to join underneath you. It's all fake. Everything in MLMs is so fake.
And then I go into the invite. I'm sure you've seen I run my mom communities, a place where women support women in their health and fitness journeys and connect over life. I'd love to continue connecting with you and having you in the group. Would you like more info? So you can see how I took the traveling piece, plugged it into the top of the invite. But I connected with them on something first, and then I invited them to be a part of my community. That connection piece is so, so important. So once I have finished with connecting with people, I'm gonna add to my network. Guys, we're making a list of 100 people to invite and 100 people to connect with every single week. So what is going through your mind and what I hear from my coaches is, gosh, but I'm gonna run out of people. I don't have that many people in my network. I started with less than 400 friends on Facebook and no Instagram. This is the exact thing that I did to grow my business. So we have to add to our network. Listen, I only take about 5 minutes to add to my network. It's fast, it's easy, and it's one of the best things you can do to make sure your business continually grows. So again, once I finish connecting, I add to my network. Set your timer for 5 minutes, and I add 25 new friends daily on Facebook. So these are people that I have at least.
Are they friends of friends? Are they acquaintances? Because on Facebook? What is a Facebook? On Facebook, you can see if you have mutual friends with somebody else, or you could just go on to like your sister's, mom's, best friends Facebook, add all their friends, or you can go to your school and you can like add all the people who went to your school or probably still go to your school. Ew, that would be gross. Don't do that. Or maybe a past job or something, and just basically add all those people's friends. And then, because, I don't know how many people today, I feel like Instagram is easier because, like, you can add that person without needing to request it, but some people do need that, so maybe they skip over those people. But either way, maybe people just add them because they're like, well, we have a mutual friend, or we have 3 mutual friends, so I probably know them somehow, some way, and then they try and sell you their MLM scheme.
10 mutual friends in common with. So on Facebook, you can sort your friends by date added. So I use that each Sunday to make sure I'm adding those newest coaches to my connections list. And then on Instagram, if you're not using Facebook, Facebook makes it so easy, but if you're using Instagram, I'm going to accounts that my ideal client would be following or using, right? So for example, when my son was born, my second son was born, I bought him a really expensive bassinet, and it promised it would help teach our kids to sleep. My first son didn't sleep. So my avatar is like a mom with young kids who doesn't get any sleep, and she would spend anything to get kids to sleep. Now, this bassinet, when we think about ideal client, right? When I say avatar, I just mean that person we would love to have join us, the person who would bring us joy to get to work with. And so when I think about her, she's also a new mom, and that's an account that a new mom would hang out at. So what I'm doing is I'm understanding where my potential clients are hanging out. I'm going to those accounts, And then I'm looking.
Yes, looking for moms whose babies don't sleep, therefore the mom gets no sleep. That is the best time to get someone to spend a bunch of money in an MLM because they are not fully, I guess, actively like there at the front of their mind because they're not really sleeping. So maybe they think like, oh my God, I could use some extra money. Like this isn't, you're not asking me that much and I can get healthy. And they're not really thinking because they blindly want people to join these MLMs. They want people to more than likely never have heard of Beachbody. That is their ideal client because they're like, good, you don't know that it's an MLM and you don't know all the bad about it. So the fact that what I really love about YouTube, and it's something that I don't think was happening even like, I don't know, a year ago, is when you search certain MLMs, like you just type it in, you see the anti-MLM videos pop up a lot higher in the search than the other videos. And I think that is such a positive thing and means that more people are searching for anti-MLM videos than they are videos like this, because the difference is that people in the MLMs are searching for their customers and finding them versus people who are finding the anti-MLM community. And I think that's so much better and that's so positive. And again, the louder and the more we can speak out against MLMs, it'll only be for the better.
For the active users, meaning women who are commenting and engaging on that content, and then I'm commenting and engaging back with them, I'm following them, and I'm leaving a comment on one of their posts. Even better, if this woman has stories. Stories are my favorite way to engage on Instagram. You can easily do one of the reactions, like the little heart eyes or whatever. You now are popping up in their DMs. Guys, it's not weird. Instagram, if people are public and they're posting stories and they're using hashtags, they're doing it so that others will find them and engage with them.
Yes, I do agree with that. But they are doing it with the hope of just, I guess, growing their social media. They're not looking to be sold an MLM to. That's different.
This is social media. People are on it to be social. And so with that, that is how I am going through engaging, liking, messaging my new followers, ideal clients on Instagram. Now, how am I making sure they follow me back? So at the end of the day, I'm going through and looking at my notifications. Anyone who follows me back, I am adding their name to my connection list. That simple, right? You can do it, I know some people use Instagram a lot. We'll just use a Google Doc and copy and paste the username of that person in the Google Doc, and they can, or like an Excel sheet, right? And then you can go through and you can just add your dates, just like I'm doing in the pen and paper notebook. I'm just so pen and paper. And so now what I'm doing is that connection list that I made on Sunday with 100 people, every single day, I'm adding new people to it. Now again, on Facebook, I wait and just do this on Sunday instead of every single day, but that's because Facebook, you can just sort by the date added, and it's really easy for me to see. Instagram is a little more difficult, so I want to make sure that I catch all those people on that one day that they follow me. And then finally, the last 5 minutes, I am taking to respond to any new likes, comments, viewers in my stories. Now, any new likes or comments or viewers, I'm adding them to my invite or my connection list, depending on my relationship with them, right? If it's a warm relationship, I haven't invited them yet, we're engaging, we're talking back and forth on this post or within my stories, they're gonna go to my invite list. If this is someone brand new who's watched one story of mine, I'm gonna put them on my connection list so I can actually get to know them before I invite them. And guys, one other thing with that, a question I get a lot is, well, how long are you connecting with people before you invite them? So for me, I am connecting with them a couple days, right? If they're on my connection list 1 week, then I can move them to my invite list the following week. But again, that's not always the case. What if they don't respond? What if they don't engage? So it's not a hard, fast rule. Hey, connect one week, invite one week. I want to have a conversation. I want to add value to their life and get value from them. I want a connection that I can then add to the beginning of my invite. And that's it, guys. That's what moves your business forward. You're inviting for 15 minutes, getting out 10 invites, connecting, 10 connections, follow up, and adding to your network. These are the things that move your business forward. These are the things that if you do for 1 hour a day will help you hit Success Club.
This is so ridiculous. She's basically saying that all you have to do is work 7 hours a week and boom, you're fine. Just 1 hour a day and you'll get all kinds of people. I mean, plus, posting about what you're like, drinking your Shakeology and working out. And then your, what is it called? Your engaging your action hour. No, your personal development, whether you want to share that online or not, but you should be doing it because it's to keep the mind happy. It's to keep the mind positive. It's to keep the mind always in the right direction. And the Beachbody, the MLM, is never the negative in your life.
It'll help you rank advance.
Even though your life probably has changed quite a bit and you're weirdly like, wow, I'm a lot more negative and or depressed than I was before Beachbody. And they're like, nope, can't be Beachbody. It's clearly just your fault because you suck. It's so wrong. It's so wrong. It's just to blame people who were approached, who were promised X, Y, Z, W, B, and Q. And then to be doing everything, following everything that the people at the top are telling you, and you're still not achieving what they are saying should be happening because it's not your fault. It's the way the structure is built, but yet they're blaming you. It's just so wrong.
Will help you build the business that you want to build. And don't get all caught up in how do I track and there's a million different tools. Guys, I've grown this business with pen and paper and the Success Club tracker.
You've grown this business with luck and probably getting in pretty decently early on.
This business is simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Do the daily activities that are going to move your business forward consistently, and you'll be unstoppable. All right, that is it. Let's go crush our action hour together.
Bye, Beachbody lady. Oh man, you guys, it's just the fakeness. They try and come off like they are being so real because they tell you over and over and over again, you're doing this authentically, you're doing this, you're just connecting, you're just making connections with people, and you're just, you like the same things. To go in and say, well, my baby can't sleep, so I'm going in and following people who follow this expensive baby sleeper machine. Or bassinet. I'm so sorry, it's not a machine. Clearly have children, right? God. But it's like you're following people, with the hope that if they have money for this bassinet, they have money for Beachbody. And also just that general, oh, your baby doesn't sleep, my baby doesn't sleep either, this bassinet worked for me. By the way, I have my own business and would you like to join? And it's just the ultimate unauthenticness. And, I've been reached out from strangers and old acquaintances to join MLMs before, so, and I know a lot of you guys have, and a lot of you have told me, you've talked to friends and you thought, this is a friend that I've wanted to reach out to and, someone that I wanted to reconnect with. And really in the end, they just wanted to profit off of me and it made things worse. So it's like, to me, this is not a healthy way to do it, but it's what they're told. And they just become almost like a computer. Just, just copy and paste, send it, and, kind of half read what the conversation is, apply it to, oh, by the way, thank you for telling me about that. That's so interesting. By the way, I have a challenge group, and I have, this spot filled for you, and it's only for you, but I can fill it with someone else if you're not interested. It's creating FOMO, fakeness, all of it. Don't like. Just these action hours really just prove that it's just all to invite people to join the business. Alright, you guys, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you really, really liked it, please subscribe. Let's talk all things Beachbody in the comments below. And until my next video, I will see you guys then. Bye!